Hey, I'm Mona. This is Chit Chat. I'm wearing a Creatures of Content shirt. I got it from a band that I met on the road in Arizona. You should check them out if you guys don't know about them. So yeah, we're doing another Chit Chat. Okay, definitely about the subject we spoke about earlier about mental health. Okay, so somebody parked next to me, right? And she has a cat, so the dogs are going nuts. So I was trying to explain to her, sorry, I'm trying to work with this dog, blah, blah, blah. That's how I tell people usually, like, I have to explain to them about Chica. And then we started talking. I meet a lot of people out on the road with mental health issues. And a lot of them do mean well. They really, really do, right? But they don't get the concept of, I understand you want to educate others on things, you know? But you can't educate people on things, and I hate to say it like this, if you look like you don't care for yourself, right? If your own health doesn't look right, if you look like you're having problems in your life and you can't get it together, or there's all kinds of things going on, nothing, if you're trying to teach somebody something about something, I hate to say it like this, but because of your appearance, possibly the way that you are speaking, is going to affect whatever you say and whether or not people will accept what you say. So I met this woman and she's very flustered. And she admitted to being very flustered, that she can't get her words together and this, that, and the other. And I said, it's okay, just take it easy. And so she started telling me about herself. She speaks very abrasively, like, I know this because I was there before. I used to speak like that because I wanted to be heard, right? I wanted people to hear me. I know something and I want people to know, but they're not going to listen to me if I'm acting all crazy, acting all flustered, sucking down cigarettes and talking about, it doesn't look right, you know? So I sat there and I listened. And she told me, oh, she swore like a sailor. Please excuse her. I said, I am a sailor. I was in the Navy and I was a firefighter. Oh, you were this, that, and that. Okay. And then she talks about, things and about how the mental health and pharmaceuticals, she doesn't like to do that. And I told her we have similar stories, And I'm talking to her like this, but she's flustered and angry inside of, she has a lot going on inside. And there's one thing I will not accept. I will not accept people, saying something like that EMTs or firefighters or police are not educated on some particular pill she took. That might be true that, yes, EMTs, firefighters, and policemen, they're not pharmacists, but they do understand the concept of withdrawals, excessive drug use, or whatever, right? So if an EMT comes to someone and they're having withdrawals from a drug, it's the responsibility of the patient to say, hey, this is what's going on. Yes, of course. They can't guess what's wrong with you unless you tell them, right? Right. We're they're not mind readers. And then, they can continue to give the care that someone needs. But when somebody says that they have given training all around the United States to police, EMTs, and firefighters, that triggers something in me. Saying that she gives training on the drugs and pharmaceuticals. I can't believe that. So I said, "Oh, you give training? Who? Where?" "All around the United States." And then I said, "Can you tell me one place?" She couldn't do it. She started getting upset. "I can't remember. I've been traveling around." I said, just one place, so I can call them and ask them myself. Then she took offense to that. I will never say that I do something or I did something or this, that, and the other unless I know it's true. And if someone asks me, they want to look to see if I did, yes, go check behind my back as proof. I have no problem with that. Because if I'm talking to someone about something and I'm serious about it and they want to make sure that I'm being honest, they can check behind me. That's what we all should do. It's all of our responsibilities to check behind any information we get. Any. So then she got upset with me and I said, "Look," I said, "I don't believe that, because how could you, everybody's, firefighters and police and EMTs, they know about pharmaceuticals, They may not say it's bad, like she says it's bad and there's withdrawals or whatever, because they're not pharmacists. They're just there to help you get through whatever you got going on right there. And she's trying to fight people to not take pharmaceuticals. Okay. But don't go around claiming to be somebody who trains our law enforcement, fire department, or EMTs, saying she says she's trained all around the United. There's like more than, I don't know. She said a high number. I don't remember, but it was a high number, and I was like, "Oh, well, where? Can you tell me?" And that's when and I said, "Well, and she said, "Well, this, that." And then it turned into, she said she never said that she trained them. So right there, that's telling me that things are not all together. And then I tried to tell her, because she was mad that I said, "Oh, I wanted to check and ask them, what did you train?" Because I can do that if I wanted to. But she didn't want me. She got upset and all this, that, and the other. So if someone asks me, they want to check behind me, I will let them, by all means. But if someone said they don't want you to check behind them, that's dishonesty. That's not being honest. I get that she wants to help people and school them on pharmaceuticals, but she must fix herself first, and she doesn't realize that. I was communicating like her and being like her before I realized that this is not the way. I had to get my health back in order and my mental state back in order before I could actually start, talking to people out here, right? I tried to tell her this, to reason with her, but she got a little upset, and I just said, "You know what? Because I have a cousin that is a sheriff." She also said she schooled sheriffs and stuff. My cousin, he was a sheriff. He was married to a nurse. So I kind of know that law enforcement does have an idea about some pharmaceuticals, drugs, and effects of drugs. Ooh, there's a bee. Babe, 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 babe. Usually he will get it. So, I mean, so to be quite honest with you, like I was kind of feeling a little some way earlier, but then after listening to this, it actually makes me feel good about myself, and that I am definitely on a path to, taking control of myself and my emotions when it comes to that. Um, I remember in the past I would fight my argument, but now, because I understand that you can't reason with someone who is not healed themselves, all you can do is say, all right, you know what? Uh, I hope you have a good day, and then separate yourself from that. You can only try to help people and talk to them, but you can't make them change their mind. You can say some stuff. But the way I see it, if somebody starts getting upset because I'm trying to reason or be honest with them, I can't do that. Somebody has to be open. I am all open for improvement. If somebody tell me I do something somewhere, I give it some thought. I think about things, right? The proof there is, somebody said something to me in the past about talking about other people. And it's like, once they said that, something triggered in my mind, and I won't talk about other people. I can say it here because I don't say any names or who I'm talking about. I'm just telling you situations. But like, I will not bring up a person's name or anything unless that person is right there, to defend themselves. If I brought her here to speak on the camera, you guys would totally understand my point of view. But I can't do that because she probably wouldn't do it. Apparently she should be on meds and that she doesn't take them. Yeah, and that's good for her. I don't believe in that stuff either. But there's other things that she must take care of in her body, in her mind, in herself, in order to heal herself, because her health doesn't look quite that good. And like, her vehicle is not good. I told her I'm getting an oil change tomorrow. She said she hasn't had an oil change in like 1,500 miles or 15 whatever. It was a high number. And I said, well, why don't you come with me and I'll and she refused. And I I don't know, but I do know that I suffer from some things, and I can only take so much of trying to help another person, because if they want to be argumentative with me, or if they're not, Chica just ate a bee. And if they're not willing to hear me out and they just want to argue about it, I can't do that, you know. Once the voice starts getting high and the sounding of I try to keep my voice right here at a calm level, because I don't want to work anyone up anymore. I don't know this person. And even though it's a woman, I can't tell you if that person is dangerous or not. Yes. So if somebody starts getting like unruly or argumentative or like, then I have to separate myself for my own safety, you know? Um, yeah. For anyone out there who is trying to do, you want to help, you want to save the world, yes, this is good. But if you're out there saying, I'm trying to school people on this, okay, yeah, it's good. And she told me that then after all the conversation, she told me that she never said that she trained these people. She said she educated. I said, well, No, you said trained. And that is the reason why I questioned you, because it kind of upset me inside. Because I was a licensed DMT, and they do train us on, there could be an overdose or some kind of, you know what I'm saying? We're not pharmacists, but if somebody is there and they're coherent and they're saying, I'm having withdrawals from something, 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 at least they can move from there. Okay? Yeah, of course, no one's going to know. And if she's only studying one specific drug and she's telling the dangers of it, then that's not enough. You need to back your words somehow, you know? Like, I don't tell people what to do, and I don't try to bring in any kind of medical documentation or anything. So I don't bring that kind of thing up. I do say a general thing like pharmaceuticals are bad, but I'm not going to claim to be a professional on anything. I will say what I do for myself and what helps me, and I will, and that's it, you know? And I know, like, if I'm on here and if I'm looking all dirty, like I haven't showered and I'm just I'm not in shape, I don't take care of myself, who's going to listen to me? No one. No one's going to listen to a person who doesn't even take care of themselves, right? If you want to look like you know what you're talking about, you know, live like your life is good so people can use that as an example that you pulled yourself out of something. Your life is better. And then you can talk about what happened to you, because you can, it's kind of like, she could tell me that she was the one who washed Jesus' hair one day. And it seems like she will find, it's like you can say anything. But the moment someone says, "Oh yeah, well, where can and they start getting upset, it's all null and void from there. So it's like, this is sometimes the things that can pull me out of my funk, because then I start thinking, oh, I wish I could help that person. I wish I could speak reason into them, but you can't with some people. You really can't. You can't save the world. And I know this. And so to save my mental health, I just basically separated, and I took the dogs for a walk, and I came back here. And to be quite honest, because they're loud, she went to the neighbor on the other side, and I can hear them referencing to me. She's bringing it up. So now there's an example of somebody talking about me, but I can't defend myself because I'm not there, but I know it's going on. But they talk so loud. They're saying she over there and da 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 da. But I don't let it bother me. You know why? Because I'm healthy and I know me, and I'm not out to harm or hurt or make anyone feel bad. And I am out there to educate people. Unfortunately, you know, some people are just they just talk a lot out here, you know, and I even told her I have a YouTube channel and I speak about this, but I probably won't speak to her again. To be quite honest, I'm leaving tomorrow, and I don't want to deal with someone who's not open-minded, who doesn't know how to take constructive criticism, especially when I'm speaking to them like I'm speaking to you guys right now. It's just not, it's not worth my mental health, you know? So that's all I have for right now. And I just wanted to tell you what went on a little bit ago and how I handled it. And just to remind some of you out there who are trying to do, help people too, like me. You can't help everyone. You can't heal everyone. And some people are not even at the point where the healing should start because they're still in some kind of state where they need to realize that they have a problem with themselves first. Now, what that problem is, I don't know. But apparently, it's a problem that she's very angry with the pharmaceutical companies. But she will not make a dent in anything until she takes care of herself and shows people that she brought her health back up and her mental health back up and her life back up without pharmaceuticals. That's the only way that you can prove to anybody that they don't need the pharmaceuticals, is by bringing yourself up, right? And not complain. Complaining will do nothing for anyone. You must bring yourself up before you start telling your story. You can't be down there telling your story. You gotta show people that you made it, you know? So, yeah, that's all I have for right now. If I can think of other things, of course, you guys, I'm going to come on here. But that's something that happened about 30 minutes, 40 minutes ago. Actually, now it's in about an hour because, I went walking the dogs and I see how long this video has run. So I'm feeling a lot better. And dealing with this kind of thing just helps me realize stuff, and it brings me back to a better mental state, to be honest with you, because it makes me think like, wow, you have really come a long way, and you should be proud of yourself for getting yourself through all that past stuff and not acting like that anymore. So that's all I have. I'm Mona. This was Chit Chat, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.